When to watch the closest supermoon. The full moon of November 14, 2016 is not only the biggest, closest and brightest supermoon of this year. It's the closest supermoon since January 26, 1948. Should you watch for this full moon on the night of November 14th? Sure, and, if you do, it'll be beautiful. But, for us in the Americas, the moon is closer to full on the night of November 13th. The moon turns precisely full on November 14, 2016 at 13:52 UTC. This full moon instant will happen in the morning hours before sunrise November 14 in western North America and on many Pacific islands, east of the international date line. See worldwide map below. In Asia and Australia, the moon turns precisely full during the evening hours of November 14. In New Zealand, it actually happens after midnight November 15. Around the longitudes of Europe or Africa, look both nights. Better yet, everyone, look both nights. The moon will look plenty full and bright all night long on both nights, November 13 and 14, as it rises in the east around sunset, climbs highest up around midnight, and then sets in the west at or near sunrise. The moon won't come this close to Earth again until November 25, 2034. Want the exact time of full moon for North American time zones? Okay, so the moon will reach the crest of its full phase on November 14 at 13:52 UTC. That translates to 9:52 AM EST, 8:52 AM EST, 7:52 AM CST, 6:52 AM MST, 5:52 AM PST. The moon will reach perigee, the moon's closest point to Earth for this month, within 1.5 hours of that time. Extremely careful observers might notice it appears at its largest in our sky. Photo comparisons like the one at the top of this page, and the one below, will certainly show it. And all of us can notice that the moon will appear at its brightest in our sky. The moon won't be so close and bright again for another 18 years. We astronomers call this sort of close full moon a perigee full moon. The word perigee describes the moon's closest point to Earth for any given month. 5 years ago, when the closest and largest full moon fell on March 19, 2011, many began using the term supermoon, which we'd never heard before. In the following years, we heard this term again to describe the year's closest full moon on May 6, 2012, and again on June 23, 2013, and again on August 10, 2014, and yet again on September 28, 2015. Now the term supermoon is being used a lot, and, personally, we approve. It's a good descriptive term for the closest full moons, much easier to remember than perigee full moon. Last month's full moon, on October 16, 2016, was also a supermoon. But the November full moon is even more super. In other words, the time of full moon falls even closer to the time of the moon's closest point to Earth. How super is this supermoon? November 14 presents the moon's closest encounter with Earth in over 68 years, since January 26, 1948. The full moon on November 14, 2016, will feature the closest full moon, 356,509 kilometers, until November 25, 2034, 356,448 kilometers. Maybe this helps you see that supermoons, while interesting, are fairly routine astronomical events. Even the proximity of full moon with perigee isn't all that rare. The extra close moon in all of these years, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015 and 2016, finds the full moon taking place at or nearly the same hour as lunar perigee. More often than not, the closest perigee of the year, sometimes called proxygee, comes on the one day of the year that the full moon and perigee most closely coincide.